What was supposed to be a deeply private family moment has now become one of the most emotionally chaotic conversations Bates' internet has seen in a long time. Warden Bates and Kaybrie quietly revealed they had already gotten married in a small secret ceremony, sharing heartbreaking details about her father's final days and the emotional reason everything happened so quickly. But almost immediately, the internet split into two completely different reactions. One side saw a grieving daughter trying to preserve one last memory with her father before losing him forever. The other side instantly started questioning the timeline, analyzing the engagement dates, and building nonstop theories about what may really be happening behind the scenes. And honestly, the contrast between those two reactions says a lot about what following influencer families online has turned into lately. To explain the sudden ceremony, Kaybrie shared an incredibly emotional caption revealing that her father had been battling stage 4 colon cancer for the past 3 years. According to her post, the family recently learned his liver was failing and treatment was no longer working, forcing everyone to face the heartbreaking reality that time was running out very quickly. Around the middle of this difficult season, Warden proposed, and the couple originally planned to wait until September for a larger wedding celebration. But once they realized how important it was for her father to witness the milestone himself, their priorities shifted almost overnight. Instead of waiting months, Warden and Kaybrie quietly gathered close family members together for a much smaller private ceremony while they still had the chance. Kaybrie later shared that her father was able to walk her down the aisle before peacefully passing away only days later. And honestly, once followers fully understood the timeline behind the wedding, the emotional response online became immediate. Thousands of people flooded the comments section with condolences, prayers, and messages supporting the couple during such a painful and emotional chapter of life. The wedding photos themselves only made the moment even more emotional. The couple posed outside a beautiful white home surrounded by massive white hydrangea blooms, creating this almost dreamlike atmosphere throughout the entire gallery. Warden wore a sleek all-black suit with a pale pink rose pinned to his jacket, while Kaybrie appeared in a classic halter-style white gown holding soft pink and ivory roses. But the photo that completely stopped viewers in their tracks featured Kaybrie's father seated proudly in front of the couple, while she gently rested her hand on his shoulder, smiling beside him. Another portrait showed Gil and Kelly Jo Bates standing alongside relatives, smiling through what was clearly an incredibly emotional day for the entire family. Kaybrie later clarified through Instagram stories that the dress featured in the ceremony photos is not actually the gown she plans to wear during their larger September wedding celebration, which they still fully intend to hold. And honestly, that detail somehow made the story even more emotional, because it showed the couple trying to balance grief and future joy at the exact same time. The private ceremony was not meant to replace the wedding they originally planned. It was simply a chance for her father to still be part of the moment before it was too late. But while Instagram became flooded with emotional support, Reddit quickly turned the entire situation into something much messier. Almost immediately, users started intensely debating the timeline surrounding the engagement and wedding itself. A huge portion of the discussion focused on the fact that the private ceremony appeared to happen only days after the public engagement announcement, which instantly triggered pregnancy rumors across multiple threads. Several commenters became convinced the wedding rush involved more than just her father's health condition, while others predicted Kaybrie would be visibly pregnant by the time the larger September celebration happens later this year. Even when some users tried defending the couple by pointing out that engagement photos are often posted long after they are actually taken, the speculation only continued growing. Redditors argued back and forth over whether the timeline looked completely understandable under the circumstances, or strangely rushed in a way that felt suspicious to outside viewers. And honestly, that is where the conversation started shifting away from grief and into full internet detective mode. The criticism became even harsher once certain threads started focusing directly on Warden himself. Some commenters accused the Bates family of love-bombing Kaybrie during an emotionally vulnerable period in her life, while others questioned whether the relationship timeline reflected genuine readiness for marriage or heavy pressure from both families involved. A few particularly aggressive comments even described Warden as immature and claimed the situation felt emotionally manipulated from the beginning. At the same time, though, many viewers pushed back hard against that kind of speculation and argued the internet was crossing a serious line. Supporters pointed out that nobody outside the family truly understands what those final weeks with Kaybrie's father looked like privately. Others argued that reducing such a painful family moment into pregnancy rumors and manipulation theories felt deeply inappropriate, considering the emotional circumstances surrounding the ceremony itself. And honestly, that clash between empathy and suspicion is exactly why this story spread so aggressively online. Because at the center of everything, this really became two completely different stories depending on who was watching. Some people saw a grieving daughter creating one final sacred memory with her father before saying goodbye forever. Others saw a rushed timeline and immediately started searching for hidden explanations underneath the surface. And honestly, that tension perfectly captures the current state of Bates Internet right now, where even deeply emotional family milestones instantly become public investigations filled with theories, speculation, and nonstop analysis. But now I want to hear from you guys. What was your biggest reaction to Warden and Kaybrie's emotional private ceremony? Do you think Reddit crossed the line with the pregnancy and manipulation theories? Or do you understand why some viewers started questioning the timeline? And honestly, what did you think about those incredibly emotional wedding portraits featuring Kaybrie's father? Drop all your thoughts and reactions down below. And if you want more entertainment updates, internet deep dives, and Bates family breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one.